aka Mama Do. You are welcome to Dore's Arena. If today is your first time of coming across my channel, please guys don't forget to subscribe. Become part of this lovely family. You will never regret it. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. God richly bless you. In today's video, we have again our honorable sister. She's no longer a visitor to this channel. She's part of us. So she's our sister, Madam Theodora Abebio Ajimai. And if you missed our last video, we talked about mental health. You can go and watch it. I'll leave the link at the description. So watch it and come up to speed. Today, we are going to talk about stress and stress management. So to start with, every time we start with question, because if we don't understand the topic we are going to talk about, whatever we will say will be meaningless.
Yes.
So you are welcome to Dore's Arena.
Thank you so much, my sister Dora. Good to see you today.
Again. So we'll start with, what is stress? When we say stress, what do we mean by stress?
Thank you so much for having me. All right, so stress, when we talk of stress, it is a state of worry, mental tension that is caused by a difficult situation. A state of worry, mental tension caused by a difficult situation. I'm quoting from the Eastern Mediterranean Journal of the World Health Organization 2023. So it's a definition on their journal. Yes, and it makes a lot of sense because whenever you are stressed, you are full of worry, mental tension, and you are unable to focus. So stress is all about worrying, okay, and having mental tension. You are thinking about so many things there are so much thoughts in your brain that you're unable to think straight. Yes, so that is stress.
So,
Stress.
per what you said, if I understand you well, meaning there is no how we can do without stress. We being humans,
Yes,
every now and then we can encounter stress.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So stress is real. Stress is real, and I can bet you that even babies in the womb goes through stress. Babies in the womb goes through stress. Toddlers go through stress. Children goes through stress. Adolescents goes through stress.
Children.
Children go through stress.
Wow.
The stress of being in school. Now they give them, if they are studying 10 subjects, they give them homework 10 different. They come home and they are so tired. They can't even get time to play, watch TV. No time. They are stressed. And teenagers is worse. As for them, they are confused people already because this peer pressure thing is real at the teenage stage. So teenagers to get stressed. Okay. So for the fetus in the womb getting stressed, there is a diagnosis called fetal distress. When the mother is about to deliver and things are not going so fast, the baby can be stressed.
Wow.
Okay, in the womb, when the baby is not getting enough oxygen, and so the heartbeat will start going down. Instead of it being at the normal range, it will go low. Okay. So the baby in the womb can also be stressed up.
Hey,
yes. So stress is everywhere, and it is part of real our life. And stress is not all that bad or evil. So stress helps us to also function very well, and then stress can also make us not function very well. So there is EU stress, EU, which means good. So there is good stress. For instance, athletes when they are about to race, they go through a little bit of stress, and so their body produces more stress releasing hormones.
Okay.
Because the cortisol and then the adrenaline, the more the body injects that into their bloodstream, the more they're able to run faster and then win the race.
Race.
Okay, so stress is good in a way and then bad in a way. Yes. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, if not you, I don't even know that baby in the womb can also be stressed.
Yes, they
So,
go through
those
stress.
pregnant, you have to also be very careful because even the baby in your womb can
Yes.
also get stressed.
Stressed up. Yes.
All right. So, what are the signs and symptoms of stress? What is it that when you see, you get to know that I'm stressed?
Stressed up. Okay. Before we talk about the signs and symptoms, let's talk about what brings about stress.
Okay.
Okay. So if you know what causes stress, then you can be able to understand very well the signs and the symptoms of stress. Now, stress is caused by so many things. Some factors can be stressful to me. For you, it will not be stressful. Okay. Now,
So, individual difference.
individual differences. Okay. Now, let's list a few causes of stress. There are 1,001 causes because, as I said, things that will be stressful to me will not be stressful to you. Number one cause of stress is relationship. Okay, and under
As in boyfriend,
relationship,
girlfriend,
yes, that comes
or
under it.
courting.
Courting comes under
Okay,
it.
okay.
Marriage comes under it.
Okay.
Okay. So when you relate to somebody so much so that you divorce the person, you separate, or even death,
Okay.
okay, can cause so much stress. Okay, so death of a loved one. Okay, when a loved one dies, it can be very, very stressful. I experienced that growing up. I think I cried for over a year.
Wow.
Yeah, anytime I'm sitting down and remember my dad, like tears come from nowhere.
Yeah.
My dad died at a very early age, at the
So
age of
that thing
11.
is stress.
It's a stress.
Ah.
It's a stress.
I
It
also
was so
lost.
stressful
I
for me.
also lost a friend. And anytime,
You
even
remember?
anytime
Wow.
I remember Joyce, she's
Oh,
called Joyce Lamte.
wow.
I feel like crying.
Crying.
So sometimes I'll hide and cry. I feel like when I cry, I'm relieved.
Lived, yes, yes.
I
It
don't
is
know it's
real.
stress.
It is stress. It is
Okay.
stress. It is stress and it is real. Loss of a loved one, divorce, going through all the process, going to court, and then the fact that you have invested so much in that relationship and then you have to end it
Just like
is
that.
stressful. It's stressful. So relationships can cause a lot of stress. Now, parenting, pregnancy and parenting, or parenting and pregnancy can cause stress. I'll give examples of that, like my life experience as a parent. Okay, when I had my third born, my son, okay, I didn't have house help at the time. At a point in time, I didn't have any helper. Yeah, so I was
You were alone.
doing everything alone, and so I have to be taking the boy to my sister-in-law's house, take the other two to school, go to work, and then after work I'll go for the baby, then go for the others from school.
But guys,
So
you have to appreciate women. We try a
seriously,
lot.
seriously.
We try a lot.
Seriously. So at that particular time, it was okay for me, but a time came and then my first daughter got sick. She had UTI, urinary tract infection, and so when she's pain, she feels pain, and then burning sensation. So that particular day, I think nothing went right for me. Everything was just going south.
Against you.
Everything was just going south for me. So that particular day, I have to dress her in her uniform, and the way she was complaining, I decided to take her with me to the hospital, okay, where I work. So I took the second born to school, and then the first born, who is having the UTI, and then the baby were in the car. So I was driving, and there was traffic all over. Like, the time was against me, and then all of a sudden I remembered my in charge. He was always saying she was always saying that nowadays you always report hate to work. Oh. Like, she wasn't happy.
Like a caution.
I remembered it, and then I felt so sad. all of a sudden, and then tears started running like on
You
my
started
cheeks. I
crying.
started crying. I didn't even know where the tears came from. And my pastor said, "Oh, mommy, are you crying?" And I said, "Yes, I'm crying. I feel
Oh,
tired, Ishira. I feel tired." I called her and I said, "Ishira, I feel tired." And she kept quiet. And I told her, "Don't worry. I feel guilty that I've not been able to take good care of you,
you,
and now you are having
this problem.
urinary tract infection." Like I felt guilty, like that is my fault, and he's now sick. I'm now
And you also
reporting to
being in
work.
the health field for
Yes.
your
Why
daughter
should a
to go through. Yeah.
7 years old have UTI? You understand? So I felt so bad, and that situation, it was a stressful situation for me. So I took the baby to my sister-in-law, and my eyes were red at the time.
Oh.
And she asked me, "Tio, are they who's Suana?" Then all of a sudden, the tears started coming again.
It even became worse.
Yes, and she said, "Oh,
Ah.
Tio, are they?" And I told her, "Sis,
Ah.
I'm tired, my
Oh.
breath."
Ah.
And she said, "Okay, ma'am, worry." And they fret. And she was saying, "Home to
Untumi
me,
mba.
and I told her that no, I have to take Inshira to the hospital too, and then because he's also sick. Okay, so I was able to handle that stress well. I cried a bit, and I felt okay after the crying. Eh, I felt okay after the crying. So please, stress is real, and then stress is not anything from space. Like it is this
With
small things
us.
that we experience. Okay,
So when you are
preparing
so
for
much
exams,
overwhelmed,
I was overwhelmed with so
Charlie,
many
Charlie.
things to do.
Hmm.
Okay, yes. So preparing for an exams can also give you stress. Okay, and then pregnancy. As I mentioned earlier on, I didn't explain. Um, During pregnancy, there are a lot of hormones being injected into the body of the
Pregnant
woman.
woman.
Yes, and hormones are biological chemicals. Okay, and these chemicals are like drugs, like you taking let's say alcohol. When you
Okay.
take alcohol, you become so depressed
Yeah.
because alcohol depresses the function of the brain, so
Yeah.
you start behaving
Abnormal.
like slow and all that. So hormones are so powerful. Today oxytocin is released, progesterone is released in the woman, and so today she is down, tomorrow she is up. Please, it is not like it is not how do you call it, easy. It is not
To
easy
go
for the
through
woman to go through
pregnancy.
that period of influx of so many hormones. So my husbands and even women understand that it is not your fault. It is your hormones that are at work,
Do you know that
just so
even
you can make a
we
human being.
women ourselves we even create problems for the pregnant
The,
women? Na ase omo hu ye omo hi.
yeah, control yourself. They will
Oh.
telling you control yourself. But these hormones
Hmm.
are powerful.
How can you control it?
Hormones are powerful. Okay, sometimes you can control yourself, and sometimes too
You can't.
there's nothing you can do. Okay, because you are under the influence of some powerful
Those,
hormone.
yeah. It's
Okay,
not you doing
it is
it.
not your
Those
fault.
hormones are
Already there.
pressing you to do
Yes.
it.
So these are some of the causes of stress. We also have diseases. For
Okay.
instance, you being diagnosed of having cancer, liver cirrhosis, liver problems, hypertension, diabetes, and you have to be on drugs for the rest of your life. It is stressful. How can you be swallowing medicines,
Every day.
medication every day? So it makes people depressed until they understand and accept their situation. They will feel like stressed, and then the stress leads to depression. Okay, so disease or infection can also lead to stress. Okay, and then we also have job. Like people, I'm told 70% of people, the job they are doing, they hate their jobs.
But just to earn
70,
something, they'll be okay.
that is the motivation to make money, take care of themselves, take care of their family. So they endure that hatred they have for their jobs, and then they go to work. Okay, so our jobs can be very, very stressful. Okay, but we need to understand and develop a love for the job. Okay, and then we also have examples like he in traffic, be in
Ah,
traffic on the road. Imagine sitting in church row, or even you driving. You are
and you
driving
just all
and
of a sudden
the
you
traffic
you
is
stop.
not moving, especially on this Hacho road. You can sit in traffic for like an hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, or even more. Going through traffic, it can be very, very stressful. It can be very, very stressful. So let's identify these little things that causes stress, and then know how to control it. Okay. Yes, there are lots
Wow.
more. There are lots more, but because of time, I've spoken about
Four or five.
pregnancy, parenting,
Relationship.
disease, relationship, being in traffic, preparing to write an exams, and then athletes preparing for a race, okay, and even preparing for marriage ceremony can
That
also
one
be
too is another.
stressful. Preparing to travel can also be stressful. So stress,
Is
preparing
with
for a
us.
talk like us, preparing to have this
That one too can
talk
give
can
stress.
also give you stress. So stress is not something far away from us. Stress is very close, it's very near to us. Okay.
All
And then
right.
as I said earlier on, there are things that will be stressful for me, but you it will be normal for you. Poverty. Poverty can be stressful.
So this poverty is all around.
Poverty is everywhere.
Hey.
Poverty is everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
So some people can be so stressed that because they can't afford their KFCs anymore, they can't afford their jollof rices, fried rices anymore,
Papaya.
papaya anymore. But for
Frankies.
you and I, Gary, we are okay. We are okay. We can eat our gari, yoke gari. We can eat our banku with hot pepper, and then our anchovies. Get our schoolboys. He can
And
eat
we
it,
are
and we
okay.
are okay. We are happy. But people haven't experienced life in that state before, and so they get there and they are stressed up. Okay, so poverty can also cause stress. Yes.
All right.
So these are
So
some of the
the
causes
causes.
of stress.
Now back to the question. What
The
are the
signs.
signs of stress?
Yes, the signs of stress. Some of them are confusion. You become
Hey.
confused. You can't concentrate. You can't focus. Yes, because stress is a state of worry and
Let me
mental tension.
let me give you an example.
You become confused. You don't know what to do.
you know, you know, you know this banku.
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
a day we didn't have anything at home. We only
yeah.
had a
Condo.
condo, and we wanted to prepare banku.
Yeah.
So my husband said, "Oh, make a banku." No."
Mm-hmm.
He brought the coal pot, brought the iron, the dadiero.
Yeah, yeah,
This is you know what
yeah.
it is. This reminded me that that time he was stressed.
He was stressed. He didn't know what
Ọfa
to do.
dadiero instead so the best daddy
Daddy
say
said
no
no.
or the coal pot in it.
Can you imagine?
So I was just looking at her and said, ah,
What
no,
are you
no, no,
doing?
wait.
What are you doing?
Hey, so that
You
is
see, it is
stress.
stress. Okay, so stress is not rocket science. Stress is very,
Hey,
very close to
already.
us.